Hi, how are you all? How are you all doing? I'm Stella Oni, crime fiction author. I wanted to talk about three books that are set in London because crime fiction, this is my crime fiction around the world book review, and it's all about kind of like story, character, plots, character, plot, and location for me. Location is a big deal for crime fiction around the world um, because there's so many fantastic crime fiction that are set in great location, and I really want to highlight them. So I've got three books that are set in London and from three different perspectives. It's incredible. So I've got Amer Anwar. Amer Anwar, his book is set in Southall, and it's in the Asian community. Tell you something, he led us a merry round London with his main character. Um, his name is Zaq. So Zaq Khan is his main character with his friend Jack. I hope I got the name of his friend right. If I haven't, Anwar, forgive me. But Zaq came out of prison and was got a job in a builder's within it, I think in a builder's in a company, um, and then was put in a tight corner when he had to was forced to do an investigation in trying to find his boss's daughter. I tell you, and what took us on a merry run around Southall in West London. You'd never look at Southall the same way again. It was just incredible. Lots of fight scenes, lots of action, really action bound. So this is Brothers in Blood, set in West London in Southall, and really very into written about the Asian community, which is something that is we are seeing more and more of that in the UK. We're now seeing more of a crime fiction from Asian community, and it's incredible. So I'm so looking forward to doing more on crime fiction by other authors. Brothers in Blood is just an incredible run. If you like action, if you like fight scenes, if and you want to delve into the community. And in fact, in terms of food, like, it just made me hungry. And there's so many, like me, I like food. So there's so many kind of food that it talks about, even cooking the food and the so when I saw him, I told him, I said, look, you made my mouth water because I had to go and be looking for some of the food that you've mentioned in this book. So that's Brothers in Blood, set in Southall in London. And then you've got The Jigsaw Man by Nadine Matheson, set in Greenwich, believe it or not, with lots of body parts. I tell you something, this is a merry adventure through Greenwich with body parts scattered all over. And Nadine, if you meet her, she really enjoyed writing this book unapologetically. So anyway, this is set in Greenwich. The Jigsaw Man, absolutely enjoyed reading it, and she's got black female detective inspector Angelica, D.I. Henley, Angelica. So yes, so D.I. Henley is a black female police detective, and I tell you, she's a real character, and she's one that I like to continue to watch out. Nadine has released another book, and it's set in South London as well. So in Greenwich, so Jigsaw Man is set in Greenwich, South London. The Binding Room, coming out in July, that is set in London, in South London. So she's kind of firmly set in South London and explores different aspects of, number one, very tightly plotted, good characterization, and explores different different kind of issues. And I know she did, racism was part of the issues that she dealt with here. Nadine trained as a solicitor, so she she's a lawyer. God help me to know the differences. So anyway, so Nadine has that background. So she's got a lot of good facts in her books that she's got. So yeah, this is the Jigsaw Man, and he's doing extremely well. And the binding room is coming out in July. You can find Nadine on Instagram. She's very active, on Twitter. And finally, I want to talk about Deadly Sacrifice. This was my debut that was published in 2020 by Jacaranda Books. It's set in East London, and my main character, Tuxade, she's British Nigerian. She's a single parent. She loves food. She's very impulsive. She's very action driven, and she's kind of like just like any other kind of parent, struggling with bringing up a teenage son who is 15 years old. I really like Tux. There are other characters as well. We got Coretta, who is a true crime detective, a true crime author. So she writes true crime, and Coretta is a real character because she'll follow her stories anywhere. So we were led to follow even Coretta all the way to Nigeria, where she was doing her investigation into her latest work. And then of course we've got Sergeant Philip Dean. So that's a third character. So, but most of all, Deadly Sacrifice is set in East London. So yeah, so it's very London kind of like set. So London located book. So yeah, those are the 3 books set in London. Deadly Sacrifice by me, Stella Oni. The Jigsaw Man by Nadine Matheson, and Amer Anwar's book Brothers in Blood, set in South London. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I'll be back again. Going to try and think of the next topic. We might be covering Web3, or it might be food, but I look forward to you coming to see me again. Do subscribe to my channel if you like these reviews, and like if you like the video. Do the like. Thank you very much. Bye.